like a 91. Hold on, let me roll a blunt, Jimmy. So then I ain't gotta roll one when I'll still roll one when I get on 2K, but still. Then I can watch NFL Red Zone while playing 2K. We only lost like what? 1 or 2 games the other day? 1 game? How is it somebody on my cast already? I didn't even post it. Don't nobody even know we finna play. Niggas is thirsty. Maybe his shit was lagging or something. That's why. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. I'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today and they my last one. He be glitching, nigga. I bet. That YouTube shit is whack. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's just like I'm just like like, that's like the 2K glitch. Like, what's the point in doing the glitch to get all badges maxed out right quick? I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throw they blind in my dreadlock. In the end zone with the leg dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Know you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you're trying to go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spin. Better kill it and did it again. But it's in, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I do this for the family. I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they souls the chills. Not during the cold. I know. Nah, that was on my phone.
Coach, we are 15 miles due west of the Atlantic, nestled in downtown Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
He's going to bring it home.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Ready, 60, orange. Check.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler, and he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's Eckler. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Coming after you. Ready, go.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Switch up. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Recon, 132 fighter. 49's the Mike. They can't hang with us.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Or big.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. With it is Brown. And fights through one man. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. To throw is Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Shane Ray in there to drop
if you think Shane Ray is going to stop
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on.
And that was only because you was mixing up the middle. I know y'all little setup when y'all do that.
The Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Well, that'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away.
Yeah, just like YouTube tell you to do.
Westbrook. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
Uh-oh. All right. No.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The tackle by Quincy Williams. On 2nd down, Cook. Room here to run. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
I don't know defense like that, Jimmy.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Yeah, but I feel like when I come in cover,
start their next drive.
Yeah, but I feel like when I come in that, that's when niggas go deep or across the middle.
The other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has
my rookie linebackers on the ends, boy.
Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
I'm coming to her.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm coming to her.
Talk about this more.
You know that nigga's fast, bro.
But let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Keep it up, guys.
He'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. 34 yards on the return.
So did.
But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Come on, D. Shit. Watch the shit. Check. Check out.
First carry for James Conner. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That option, boy.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
What's the score? Oh, Irv. What's Irv's record?
He's coming. We got double up.
On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Right there. Baby.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
Shit. Check 4. Check 52. Whip. Watch the whip. 6 guys. Check 4. Kill.
He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Check 43. Check top. Check 46. Check safety. Check.
You need to catch this nigga.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Touchdown, dude. Who did your uncle? Those niggas be scared of sweat coming off that corner.
Ready. 44. Check. Slam. Check. Check, nickel. Check the backer. Check.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield.
He definitely will.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as
I
it's
think
through
the
the end
Cowboys
zone
lead
for a
that division.
touchback.
And I think they split.
Ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Jaguars on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Raven offense setting the line for this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Get blocked. That's
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's good.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Come on, set, 50, plant. I'm coming.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line.
Big.
Call it a gain of 3. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now Brown. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. He's got it at the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They
after you see it, there was no way you could stop it.
But it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
You know a little bit too much, son.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Wide, get wide. Shift.
Here's Jackson throwing again, setting up the screen for Cook. Only a yard there, sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense
I wasn't even trying to get
him.
Fuck, I was trying to hand him the ball.
Losing 4 yards.
I was trying to throw the RPO.
Now it's 4th down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half.
I don't know why he gave it to him, though. Like, I faked it.
He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Why the fuck do I keep doing that?
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
Fucking not angling it. Trying to pin your ass deep.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try to figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's
that was not a bounce.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple. They'll look to throw here. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll try and throw for it here. Looking for his receiver, Sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Oh, that's not good.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Start the season later.
This will be taken in the back of the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
You seen how that nigga slammed you.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
What the fuck? I ain't mean to do that. I tried to taunt.
Boy, so
how do you taunt?
Interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A little jet sweep to start the drive, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Jackson from the shotgun, forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And that
he dropped it?
Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
No. Davis from the top rope.
What the fuck happened?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Steps away to his left. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be
I thought he caught it.
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it?
Yeah,
this secondary
Mahomes.
it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do.
In the middle.
But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting
Williams
and even better
and
execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds.
Yeah.
So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. There's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
I'm going to put a movie on that nigga. Watch. Yeah, the Broncos are over.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave
the booth.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Thank you.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now I'm being covered for a nickel. Where are you in? Oh, I don't even play for a 3.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
He's coming. We got double up.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I made your man's fall first, though.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This time Jackson will throw it. Got him in. It's Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Jackson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 80 weapon. Here we go, here we go.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now it's Jackson. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Jackson.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that is going to skip out of bounds. So a break there for sure. They'll hold on to the possession at the 5-yard line. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Beat the brakes off you,
picking up the
Jimmy.
first down there, a gain of 12.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Fournette, a first down carry.
Ooh.
Credit the tackle to Isaac Yiadom.
Fournette.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run. Sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up the 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. As bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
H3-2-18. Chopper, chopper. Whip, whip. Watch the whip.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Should have came in my
And there we
run.
saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Running on first down, Eckler. Trying to find a lane, but instead
Blowing
he'll
blocks
get back
up,
to the line
man.
of scrimmage. And no more. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry, 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
At the Ravens' 23-yard line.
49. 49's the mic. 49's the mic. I hope he runs your left.
It's Eckler again. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. On the draw, this is Fournette. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
That was a blitz.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
But
Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go.
And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And you just kind of get the sense that this team's been snake-bitten a little bit here. They just have not had anything go their way.
It's like they collectively walked under a ladder on their way into the stadium. What else could go wrong?
Snead's got it.
Take
12
that out
yards
that
to
little
pick up
nigga.
there. Good for a
Take that
Raven
out that little
first.
nigga's hand.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Spread them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Spread him out. He don't know what to do.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw
Trying
it.
to fake one.
Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory.